Alright, what's up everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel. This will be a channel thoughts message love honey for December 2021. I was compelled to do a love channel thoughts message, right, for December 2021. Something just urged me and nudged me to do so. So I know in the last two channel thoughts messages, even just December period, you just seem to have love come your way. And I think it was for your overall December reading. I think it was. You have to double check. But it came up for all of your December readings already, your December messages. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with your love life. If you're going to have one, if you're not, what maybe you need to heal to be able to see this love manifest coming towards you. It must be a lot going on if the cards don't want to say anything to me. So, yeah. Romantic feelings. Okay. You feeling some way about somebody? Maybe you talking to somebody right now. I feel like some of y'all are fantasizing. Maybe y'all got some kids together, perhaps. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. What? Okay. So clearly there's some emotional availability there for you to feel like you have some type of romantic feelings. Let your friends help you. That came out in the reverse. So I feel like you keeping things to yourself. You keeping things under wraps until it's like official. Maybe that's what's building on top of this romance. Give your relationship a chance. That came out in reverse. I think y'all are building up to something. And the more you keep it to yourself, the more it builds that anticipation. I think that's where you at. Gotta be something going on. I'm about to say, come on, talk to me. It is safe for you to love. And it came out in the reverse. So yeah, some of y'all are holding back big time. What's on the bottom? What? Free yourself in reverse. I cannot make this up. Some of y'all are holding yourselves back big time. And right up underneath that came out, this could be the one. Child. This person is not playing games, and I don't want to go too far because I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, but you definitely have somebody that's coming towards you that could be very well on assignment to cross your path. So let's look at it that way, just in case this person pops their own bubble, or better yet, you're withholding because you have a right to, you have a reason to do as such. You know, I feel some of y'all may have a part of y'all or a piece of y'all on reserve, just in case, like, if things don't completely like pan out to what they're supposed to be, you know, potential wise, you're not too hurt in reality where, you know, it makes you stagnant. So I get it, and I can understand why that will be a reason as to why you're holding back so much. It's because perhaps, you know, you don't want to second guess, you don't want to push too far too soon, or push too firm too soon, and it messed things up. It's interesting because I'm looking at this free yourself card, and in the upright it's a unicorn, and it's in this little mini stable around a tree, and it's like it's big enough for it to get out. It can get out, but there's so many different scenarios. I can see how this person is in their way. They're either comfortable sitting still in their way, or they're trying to get out of their old way, but they seeming to always get stuck some way, somehow. So try not to be so codependent in your old ways, and realize that with you healing, and you perhaps keeping to yourself these romantic feelings, you're being able to distinguish which feelings are, more reasonable and validated than unrealistic ones. So I see you doing yourself a service, but don't hinder yourself at the same time when it comes to love in December, okay? Let's see what it... Boy, I mean, it wanted to talk, didn't it? You had perseverance come out. I just spoke about you, coming out of your old ways of, looking at a potential partner. Some of you may very well find that your partner is the opposite of, your demeanor. Regret. You can't regret what you've learned to help you become better. Imagination. Some of you, look, I'm trying to tell you something. What's the point of you persevering but not letting yourself be free to explore? You're pretty much crippling yourself, and you're putting yourself in this place where I can see why your imagination is running wild. Your feet aren't. You're not trying to go anywhere because you're scared to. Like, you can't persevere but be stuck at the same time. You have to pick one or the other. I'm really hoping that this perseverance card that popped out first is exactly what you're doing. You're breaking those emotional barriers, those insecurities of what ifs, those woulda, coulda, shouldas. I see you moving past those and leaving somebody in the regret of not doing the best that they could to make it work. At the same time, don't keep your wheels turning in one spot for too long, because what you truly do want, and if this person could be a real potential asset to your life, you're making it harder for yourself to have it realistically if you're just standing still thinking about it, okay? You don't need no red shoes, no glittery shoes for you to open your eyes and see you can leave how you used to love behind with that person. You don't have to bring it with you. You choose to, but if you don't, you're persevering by leaving it in the past, all right? I hear you still gotta love the old you. Look, acceptance popped out. I can't make this up. And look, and then on top of that, you had change in the reverse come out. You still have to love the old you, because the old you helped bring you to where you're at. You're loving different because you're loving yourself different. When you love yourself different, you love other people different. Because you know why? When you love yourself, you know how you want to be loved. So don't be fearful of change, and damn sure don't feel regretful for having to leave somebody behind who could not emotionally keep up. That don't make any sense. That's just like you saying, I'm leaving you, but I'm gonna wait. Say what? Make it make sense. You're doing what's best for you emotionally when it comes to even this just being about you. I also hear that as well. This could really just be you falling back in love with yourself again as well. And you coming out of who you used to be, coming out of that mindset of who you used to be, and you're walking into who you are becoming, okay? On the bottom, you have pride in the reverse. Some of you have broken certain boundaries and certain I hear strongholds. Some of you have broken certain strongholds that has something to do with pride. I hear a lot of you aren't wearing your pride how you used to. A lot of people wear the pride to not receive help. But, you're not wearing your pride in a way of how much you can take. You're wearing your pride in how much, like, you've overcome. Just because I've endured it and overcame it doesn't mean that I wear my pride as if like I'm better than anybody. I hear somebody say, I hear someone say, I have pride because I'm proud of myself. Like a very strong Empress energy coming across. Very strong Scorpio energy. Very, very strong. Very, very strong. Okay. And again, like I said, you had the balance in reverse. You got to have some type of balance when it comes to you emotionally loving others and you bettering and maturing how you love yourself. And again, you have to accept something for it to be known that, look, either it stays or it goes. That's it. There's no gray. There's no black and white. So stop playing around with your feelings and stop playing around with decisions that you know that you can make and that need to be made, because damn it, love is on the way. You can't hide it. You can't you can't deny it. You can't lie about it. But it's going to bring a balance to your life where you're going to be at peace. You're going to have good tranquility that comes along with it. And anything that doubted you or comes across love and gives you like a red flag, go ahead and put it in that pending, I hear that pending basket. You know how you had that bill where you paid so much far up, the next due date is so far out, you can wait on paying that bill? Put it in that basket, okay? Because it's not that it's hurting you or harming you. It's just not a concern right now. You put those people over there. You worry about those people when you need to and if you need to. All right? Again, I feel a little mysterious, little energy off the fact of you're not exposing your feelings or you're not explaining your feelings to everybody. For some odd reason, I feel like you're really keeping them to yourself, as if like someone's like in a corner, fetal position, all right? Maybe they're scared to love. Maybe they're scared to come out of love. And maybe there's still some emotional scarring there before you're able to move on. Maybe there's it's almost like I see someone fetal position in a corner. Someone opens the door. It's really dark in the room. But once they open the door and they see the light, like they're more scared of the shadow than they are wanting to get out. And like that's how they feel emotionally. It's like I'm more hesitant of what's at that threshold on the other side than I am about how I feel in the moment of, that feeling of the unknown and being willing to be scared and know that than to move forward and not know. That's the feeling that I'm getting. But nonetheless, if you get that pending feeling in your gut about someone, like they're a bill that can be paid 3 to 6 months out, and you put them in that pending basket, 9 times out of 10, just like unnecessary charges on a debit card or a credit card, them charges fall off, so will they. And it won't bother your abundance that's coming in. It won't bother your trust factor, your fear factor of other people, or you being irritated. It's going to help boost your self-esteem, and the things that you learn in life are going to help you find humor in the way you deal with dating. You've had a lot of emotional maturity happening. Lots of it happening for December. Lots of it happening. Lots of it. Lots of it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. So let's get into your tarot for your love message for December 2021. I don't know if I should be scared or excited with whatever's going to pop out. But you know what? We're going to hang in there. There is not an extended for this love channel thoughts message. All right. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. I hear a lot of y'all. Oh, you stubborn, but you stubborn for the right reason. You're stubborn for the right reason because you're willing to not only know how to swim, you're also willing to put on a life jacket. You're also willing to put on a swimming cap. You're also willing to put on the little thin shoes that you scuba dive with. Bitch, you got an oxygen tank on. You are willing to make sure you can save yourself, preserve yourself before you even think about an inkling of yourself going out there into the dating room. Like that's how hypervigilant somebody is. It's like you have feelings, but it's just like they're in prison. They're in an emotional prison. That's not what you want. You know, it's one thing for you to meditate, but it's another thing for you to isolate yourself. All right, so let's see what's going on for December. Look, 10 of Swords, straight out the top, straight out the gate. All right, straight out the stable. Okay, something is over with. Even though they may not want other people to walk away from it. Oh, wow. I'm so happy that you understand that something is over with, but you need to get a grip on the fact that it's done, I hear. Some of y'all may very well be celibate. I hear I didn't want to walk away, but I had to. It won't serve me any I hear due diligence. It won't serve me any purpose. It won't serve me any point. But you have a business offer that's going to be coming in. Perhaps maybe it's going to be offered to you by a woman. All right. You have options that's coming in. All right. Maybe with this money you got some more options by all means. But I see you you're consciously doing you're moving around with all this, because I definitely see some of y'all are cutting off that intimacy to be able to make sure you are making the right decisions. Page of Swords. Focusing on your own cup. 4 cups. I hear a lot of you are depending hella more on yourself, doing more for yourself, self-sufficient more than ever, because again, it's like you're putting on that full scuba diving outfit just so you don't have that same heartbreak reflux. And I feel like anything that hurts you has a grief recovery phase, like everything, right? And so just like if someone was to pass away, your emotions go through all of the same steps if you think about it. And so you're at this place where you've accepted that, you know, who you used to be is no longer here, and who is left here to stay, you or still left here to exist. You're going to make sure that, you know, it has a purpose, or you appreciate, or you show gratitude. You know, you grow with, you grow from, you learn, and you're in that place. So it's kind of just like you have those moments where you feel as if like, you know, you flash back to when, but you're happy that's not where you're at anymore. And that's just emotionally, as far as, you know, getting devastating news, dealing with something that, you know, tore you to pieces, emotionally tormented you. You're past that place of dealing with those feelings, and now you're realizing, after you pull up all those old weeds and you turn over the soil for the new season, guess what you have? You have room to grow more. You have space to grow different crops. You have seasoned soil. You have, you know, seasoned fertilizer. You have enriched fertilizer. You have grown to be able to do things better, to mature, to be wiser, etc. So it goes through the same trial. Grief recovery is the same for every trial and tribulation. Surely, if it means something to you, you have the Page of Cups and Reverse. Look, let me tell you something. I don't say you're selfish as far as like you being mean to somebody else, but you're damn sure selfish with yourself. And I like it, okay? You got the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse. Baby, I honestly feel like you're not looking for someone to give you a half budgeted offer of emotions either. Again, I have this real strong sense of celibacy, have this real strong sense of the celibacy being like a habit, or it became a vow to you because it was parallel to how you meditate now on how you feel about yourself and how it is that you go through things. Oh, look, 9 of Cups. Bitch, I'm trying to tell you something. You are all about you. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm really starting to feel as if like this is a thing of it just being solely a love channel thoughts message about yourself. I don't see too much other than this 4 of Swords that has popped out. Now look, on the bottom you have a King of Cups in reverse. About underneath that you had the Star and the 7 of Swords. I'm gonna say this in hindsight, well, moving forward for you. Don't feel as if the empty area of you not having love with someone else, don't let that feeling absorb and consume your creativity. Do not allow that to have you feel brokenhearted. Don't allow that to have you feel like, you know, you want to put your foot in the door somewhere so that way you can make your mark and come back. Don't do that. Don't put yourself on rebound status when all you're doing is realizing you're emotionally maturing. Okay? You learn how to love yourself, you can love others better. And that's not saying that you don't know how to treat other people. It's just, you don't have the same, nurturing necessities at 50, at 20, at 50, so you have to understand that the more you grow and the older you get, all of that's supposed to work together. I see you starting over. Stop dealing, I hear F-boys, okay? Stop dealing with those. If they're not bringing anything to the table, if they don't have a table at least, or a chair or something to say, hey, I have something to show for, a piece of your time, a token of your time, because I see you doing right. You come over here with this King of Cups in reverse energy, not looking to give me anything, then cool. I'm not going to give you anything. You had the Ace of Cups in reverse. You had the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay? You're not giving if they're not getting the message. It needs to be reciprocated. Good for you. 9 of Cups energy out here. I can do bad all by myself. But it's in the back of your head though. When is he gonna come? Bitch, I just told you. You cannot sit here and want for someone to come in that's new and refreshing, holding on to something that smells like sewage. All right? Right? I know your left hand is supposed to know what your right hand is supposed to be doing, but that's kind of like one extreme to another, okay? All right? You gotta drop it. You gotta drop it. You gotta drop the sewage to attract better things. You know it. You know it, but it keeps you up at night. There's still a little bit of residue there. Like I said in the love segment for one of your December readings, it's like you have that residue still there in the back of your mind, and you have all these options in front of you. You're not looking to give an ounce of yourself away without a dignified answer and action, a call to action plan for someone to see worthy of just that. You're doing everything correct, but it's just like are you willing to run in place? Are you wanting to? Like, what? Understand, you need to know what you're doing. It goes right back to that acceptance card that came out. You have to accept that what it is said and done. You know it. 10 of Swords, you know it. Child, look now. Don't be out here trying to get blood out of a turnip. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But you focusing on yourself, you being emotionally conscious is admirable. And you knowing that you fulfill yourself, so you feeling like you have to find someone to help you fulfill your desires and have you feel whole is out of the question. It's not necessary. All right. Now, I will say this because I am feeling this as well. How you love somebody in the past, moving forward, they will never be able to find like you. It will always be replicas, but there will never be one you. How you loved and dealt with that person. So as much as you feel like hanging on gives you more value and knowing that you can love and nurture, that's great. But all you're showing yourself is that as long as you can hold grudges, it's going to be hard for you to love someone. Because love does not keep score. You learned that. You learned that with your actions in that relationship. If you are so hell-bent on realizing now what went wrong and what needed to be fixed, there's no point in you staying up at night if you know you fulfill yourself. You're just worrying yourself for what? For what? You made your staple. Ain't that the point in life? Is to make a staple and move on. Do you think Janet Jackson wants to be up there doing motherfucking feedback dance moves at 96 years old? No. She's going to get her moves and her sticks and moves and her break dances in while she can. And she going to go on by her business. She made her staple. She made her mark. It's time to move on. And the same goes for you. You have given yourself your roses in this situation with this 9 of Cups. You've given yourself your roses. And you've also given your 10 of Swords to situations that don't serve you. This is more of a self-love reading, y'all. This is more of a self-love reading. But I see that once you let that piece go, that itty bitty tiny little microscopic mini little piece, you're going to have an offer come in. And it crosses over into your career that gives you opportunities. It gives you options. And it allows you to do what you like to do it well. And I hear in the utmost respect. Because you have the star here. So let emotional bygones be emotional bygones. Pinch yourself. You still here. It just lets you know that you're still living, you're still breathing, and as long as you still have those two things, you'll be all right. I feel sorry for the person who got this 10 of Swords energy, and for the fact of you walking away and you starting over knowing hella aware and hella know that it's going to take them walking on nails, swallowing hot coals, and then some for them to ever have someone love and be like you were in their corner. Like, it's going to be very, 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 very hard to find. So if that regret card that came out in the beginning is the other person, by all means, they can wear that King of Cups in reverse well. Wear it well and put it in any hole you got. Sometimes it's like that, you know. It is what it is. But for the fact of this person did that to you, it made you so much stronger. And this person now is going through that. And we all know men don't like being touched the same. So I don't mean no harm. So imagine how excruciating this karma is coming around for them to be. They can never find another one like you because there's only one you. They're not getting that loving like you used to give them. You're not even trying. You're not even sweating the technique. You're not even looking behind them like you looking for traps in the swamp, honey. You ain't trying to trace no trails. You ain't trying to feel no tickles. You are so gone. And I don't mean with Monica. I mean by all means, wear it well. Continue to love yourself. There's nothing wrong with you loving yourself. You know, be slow to pick your choices and realize that 9 times out of 10, you hold the answer I feel you're very hesitant these days because you know you're very aware of that now. And that's very, very good. That makes it so much more like worthwhile for you to enjoy your Nine of Cups energy. You can't, like, it's nothing but up from here. Nine of Cups energy, the Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. I hear for some this is a mediocre message, but that's probably because you're a cross watcher. If you're a person that's on the side of brightness and you're not fearful of someone standing in the threshold of that door called the future, you will understand why exactly there's a lot of dead air in between my sentences. It's because pretty much I don't need to put any fluff in here when it's pretty much out in front of me. You snooze, you lose. You choose someone else, oh well. So good for you. This is what I have for y'all channel thoughts message, for y'all love channel thoughts message, y'all, for December 2021. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Head over to the Warrior community so that way you can get your mid-monthlies, you can get your monthlies, and you can get your double confirmations and extended channel thoughts messages over there. All the information is down below. And until next time, I will chat with y'all later.